today we are going show jumping. Haven't jumped a course in goodness knows how long. We've done lots of exercises and stuff, so I'm not worried. So we're just jumping easy heights of 95 and 100. She's pretty keen, just fed her chaff before she gets loaded. She wants to get on with the job. And it's been kept in, well, I turned her out in the, already turned out for an hour this morning while I mucked out. Oi! Oi! Very impatient. And then she's been in the stable because I volunteered this morning at the competition I'm going to, helped with teas and coffees because it's money that goes to our riding club to pay for subsidising lessons, so quite an important thing to volunteer, and also teams, which I've been a beneficiary of. So they paid my entry fees for the Riding Club National Championships, so can't moan too much. They also pay pre-elementary, so it's a very good riding club, and this is how we make our money. So she is keen and ready, just need to load up, cars in the background, and then we will get on our way. So I finally made it to the competition. I've got all my kit on, I'm just walking the course. So everything here is never in a straight line, but my absolute top tip is, I know this is a 12-foot pole, so to check my walking distances, I will walk down the 12-foot pole, check I get there, and then I know my distances are spot on for when I walk them. If they're 10-foot poles, not quite so easy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 12, 13, 3, 4. So there, I've reached that, so I need more of a curve. 1, 2, 3, 24, perfect, so that worked fine with a bit of a curve, not in a straight line, otherwise I'm going to be too close to the distance. So that's 39, this is only 95, so not too bad, not be very rusty. Also, John, the course builder, is quite clever. So for instance, this number 2 looks quite inconspicuous, but the line is actually a lot deeper than you think it would be, and you have to go well past the gate in order to get your straight line to the fence. This will be cutting the corner, because then you've got a related distance afterwards. Well, actually it's not related because it's more than 5, but yes, all on an even stride pattern. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 off the curve, which is fine, don't have to walk that. So this jump off can be bigger. My goodness, we've been lucky with the weather. And then the turn again. So turn to 11. Again, do not want to cut your turn, which I think we're all very guilty of. So I'm keeping walking, keeping walking, keeping walking. There you go. That's my straight line. And again, you can see to another 12. It's offset, so that's my straight line. So where is that? Oh, just past the telegraph pole. So I look for the landmarks. There we go. It's just a square oxer. And then 12. Again, not on a straight line. John does not like straight lines, which obviously are much easier to ride. So now 1, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9. 6. Still use my fingers. Right, all ready to go. They're all warming up next door, so I need to get the pony and get going.
So in theory, Insey should be tired and well behaved today because she went arena cross country yesterday, but Lucy's complaining that she's not. But then she hasn't been to a jumping show for many months. So I guess it is a bit exciting. looks fun. And she's jumping well.
So coming into this double, I'd made a real effort to. I thought she's going to come down, sailing down the Oxer, and find this distance quite short. So I'd made a real effort to keep half halting and to make her jump in, and she actually got distance well. So I was really annoyed when she had that pole. So at this point, I'm coming around the corner thinking, what am I going to do? I've had 2 poles, and I'm really fed up with how she's going. So I pulled her up, and I thought, right, we come around the corner, and we're going to jump this sensibly. So thinking of the future. So she comes around the corner and it's all a lot more sensible, so I can go. Then we come to the curve for the next jump, and she's changing the rhythm, the head's going. So I was like, right, pulling up again, and we're going to come around and jump this sensibly. But she's so wound up at this point, she's all tight and tense, she can't even get the correct lead. So I tried again and didn't get it, so I thought, right, I'm going to come around off the other rein, which we get with there she goes, she comes off the better side, and then we get to the fence in a much better way. So, and she'll have a decent jump.
Well, Lucy, sensibly written.
But, yes, it's thinking about the future.
Silly horse. It does not make life easy.
Well, once you had the 2 poles, I was like, do you know what? I'm fed up with this. We are going to have a discussion about behaviour, because she's just ridiculous. Like, I pulled right back for the double there, just isn't like, I knew she wouldn't shorten herself, and she really didn't shorten herself. She had a hole behind because she's just all over the place, but hopefully a few more outings and we'll get rid of this behaviour.
Think positive.
Yeah, so I'm now home and just need to cook you some food. So all in all, on paper, it's one of those days where you think, oh my goodness, it's dreadful. But the horse hasn't jumped around a course of jumps for 5 months. She loves jumping and she clearly came out feeling very well, which again, I've never had the horse looking so great and feeling so great at this time of year. An easy fix for this will be to slash her feed. So at the moment she's on 14% protein with the mix and the nuts, so that will be slashed back. She'll be just kept on the speedy beat, and then she'll be have linseed oil. She'll find that very dull and boring, but it's just an easy start is to slash the protein. We've got amazing haylage, and that does provide quite a lot of energy. And even though she's had 3 days of fairly good work, and it's just a horse that's come out. I've never had her feeling so good or looking so good. You know, she's muscled, she's super shiny, and she just feels very well. She's always been quite a sharp, bouncy horse, and that just all came out today. I thought she would be slightly better behaved because she'd gone cross-country schooling yesterday, but she just genuinely absolutely loves jumping. Last year, with the ulcers, she was much angrier with her bucking and jumping, whereas today actually it was more just pure exuberance. You know, over fence 1 in the second round, she just completely jumped out the hand. And you know, and then she had poles where she just was, you know, just not even thinking. She's just finding it too easy. She's a horse that would probably need a jump a bigger round, but she can't jump a bigger round because she's slightly unrideable at the moment, and you can't get the distances and shots that you want to get to the jumps because she's not coming around the turns properly, and she's not keeping a regular rhythm, which makes it quite hard to ride. So in cases today, I was managing rather than riding, and actually I don't really like doing that. I'd rather have I like to ride a bit more forwards, and I'd like to have a softer in the hand, but you know, sometimes with the back end coming up as it does over the jumps, you have to ride slightly more defensively so you're not being pitched over the front end. The head and neck also, if you notice, watching her rounds, goes up and down, and that's kind of, again, when she's not through and into the bridle, that will happen. So it's just a case of, again, a bit more discipline applied to the work. She'll do I'm going to actually make an effort and go and do more grids, like once a week at least, go and borrow an arena, because she needs to like think and come down a line and shorten herself and back herself off. And at the moment she's just floating down on whatever distance she gets, and then it's just not being quite as sharp as she should be because she's finding it all a bit easy. Said really she needs a bigger round, but ideally going around the 110s, but you can't at the moment. You know, turning and stuff isn't as good as I'd like it, and then it's you're just not getting the rhythm. So yes, she will do a lot more grids coming up, and I will slash her feed, cut it right back. She gets turn out every day, so again, you know, it's just a case. She feels great. I haven't jumped her for 5 months, so for her to come out, she's not a spooky horse either, which is great for me because I can just keep coming, and I don't have to like protect myself. You know that she's going to do a sudden dirty stop or anything, looking at things. So that's that. She's a horse I have a lot of confidence in jumping. And then I did also notice when I was warming up that she was bucking more on the left rein, but actually she was crooked. So I need to sort that out as well, and that's flat work. So because as soon as I took more hold of the right rein, which is the rein she's a bit not quite so good in and threw in, and got her a bit straighter, then actually that kind of stopped as well. But again, when she's coming out and she's a bit like excited and a ball of energy, it's quite hard to get her through and straight, because obviously you're just managing what you've got in the situation. So yeah, it's just homework, and yes, one of those days, isn't it? You know, got what I've got. I've been on chemotherapy for 6.5 months, so about 5 months ago I was in a terrible state, weak, didn't have any balance, kept falling off, so I made the decision to stop jumping because it's not fair on the horse for me to be so unbalanced and to keep falling off, and also it wasn't fair for me to go visiting trainers or anything like that, knowing that I was in a precarious situation, because actually it's their insurance and livelihood and they don't need me injuring myself. So she went into dressage, but she doesn't get quite so heated up doing that because she finds it quite boring. But yeah, she just really enjoys jumping. So she'll have a day off tomorrow, and then she'll come back and probably stick up her hill on Saturday. Sunday's New Year's Day, so see what state I'm in, and then we're going to do some grids on the 2nd and pop her through those, and I build them on 10 or 11 yards, I think, in order to like really make her have to work and shorten and back herself off rather than coming down on that floating stride. So yes.